Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. What we're going to do today is some mini readings, which I usually do every Friday, but since the holidays are here, I have been not able to do them. So I'm excited to be able to offer these readings this evening, and it's kind of cool because it matches up with the timing of the new year. So if you're needing a reading to guide you into the new year, this is actually the perfect opportunity. To sign up for a reading for tonight, there is a link in the description. You have to send $25 to my PayPal, and then I'll add your name to the list, and then we'll go ahead and do the reading. So that is the protocol for how to sign up. And I notice I'm like a little bit green, like the green monster, but we'll just ignore that because whatever. Hello, Courtney. How's it going? Hello, Dawn. How's it going? So good to see you guys. Hello, Valerie. Welcome in. Abby, Silva, welcome in. I'm going to get my little list going because we do have 2 people on the list already. But I want to make sure. Hello, Belinda. Good evening. Good to see you here. But we are going to jump right into these readings tonight. I want to invite you, as I get this list prepared, I want to invite you to tomorrow's New Year's Eve ceremony, which is actually an Akashic Healing Chamber. Hello, Shannon. Welcome in. And it is an Akashic Healing Chamber that is for the STARSEED membership or the STARSEED members. So if you are not a member yet, it's $22 a month commitment, or you can sign up for the whole year. And it's an amazing opportunity to dive deeper into astrology, to be guided through the major astrological transits, the new and the full moons. There's going to be, for example, I'm going to upload in the next couple of days a video all about Jupiter and Pisces and what that means for us for all of 2022. I am also going to be uploading a meditation for the new moon that is coming up. So you guys will get a video and a meditation that you can do to help you align with the energies of this specific new moon in Capricorn that is coming up. And tomorrow, and we have live events too. So tomorrow is a live event at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. There's always, if there's a live event, I will always provide a replay link and a video so you can actually watch it. And you do create your own login and password when you sign up for the membership. And so once you have that information ready, you just log in and you have access to everything that I upload. But tomorrow's event is an Akashic Healing Chamber. And an Akashic Healing Chamber is basically, we're going to have it on Zoom. It's a 1 hour of a deep sound healing where I open up the Akashic Records and I channel from the Akashic Records what everyone in the group needs. And because this is our first sort of private event, I did an Akashic Healing Chamber for the last full moon to show you what it's kind of like. So if you want to go check that video out, the full moon in Gemini video has that Akashic Healing Chamber. But now that we have a more kind of closed-in private space, what's going to be really cool is that I'll be able to really focus on the energy of the group and whatever healing wants to come through. I use my instruments, my singing bowls, I sing, I play the guitar, and more importantly, energy medicine as well. More importantly, it's the powerful connection to the Akashic that makes this a very unique modality of healing. So I'm so excited. So tomorrow we go live and I hope to see you guys there. The other thing too is that the Moon Goddess training is coming up. The price will increase on Saturday. So if you're interested in joining the Moon Goddess training, which starts on January 29th, this is an 8-week long program where we're going to dive into everything that has to do with the Moon Goddess and understanding yourself as a goddess, meaning your emotions, your astrology. We're going to be doing a 40-day meditation together. We're going to be going through the temple initiations, Akashic healing journeys as well. So much powerful like things wrapped up into one magical experience, because these words are really the only ones that can describe what this event is going to feel like. And I so hope that you join us, but you have until the end of January to sign up, but the price does go up on Saturday. So you want to make sure you take advantage of that if you absolutely know that you will be signing up. Also, follow me on Instagram at Channel for Grace and at Moon Goddess Training. During the 8-week program, I'm going to go live every day on the Moon Goddess Training account. But right now I'm actually doing interviews with some of the graduates from the Moon Goddess Training. And they share their experience and they tell you in their own words what they think about the Moon Goddess Training, what their experience was, and why we're going to have a lot of people that are signing up again in January. We just finished one this November, and it's just going to be a powerful 8 weeks together. So just wanted to share that as well with you guys. Now I'm going to let me update the list real quick. Hey, Wendy, welcome in. I know there's a few people on the list now. So let's see, we got December 30th, 2021, the last mini readings of the year. And we have Sparky is first. And after Sparky, we have Courtney. After Courtney, we have Valerie. And after Valerie, we have Belinda. Okay, so we got 4 on the list. So there's room. I'm going to take 10 at the most. So we'll cap it at 10. And we'll see how it goes from here. So there we go. I am excited to do these readings. And Courtney says, I'm excited for tomorrow. I know. We're going to release 2021 and welcome in 2022 through this Akashic Healing Chamber tomorrow. So I'm really excited too. Nice. Awesome, Dawn. Okay, so the first person on the list is Sparky, and she may not make it here to the chat, but we're going to go ahead and do her reading anyways. She's been waiting patiently for a couple of weeks. So I'm going to pull up the chart on the screen. Let me do a screen share here. All right. And so as I pull this up, the way that these readings work is I have the cards here. So if you want a tarot reading, tarot oracle reading, we can do that. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome in. If you want a astrology reading, which I'm going to do an example of right now, Sparky wants a transit reading to look at anything in relationship and anything important. You can do that as well. And then within astrology, like if you've never gotten a natal chart reading, we can look at your natal chart and see what's going on and what's significant. We can do a transit reading, so to see what is going on right now in the sky and how that's affecting your chart and what themes are important. And then we can also do a synastry reading where we compare your chart with the chart of someone else. And then we can also do a progress chart reading, which really, those are like, if you've never had a progress chart reading, I highly recommend it because they're just beyond, it's beyond super amazing. All right, so let us begin. So this is, now we're looking at Sparky's chart, and I'm just going to go ahead and start noticing and seeing what we got going on here. One of the really powerful, hang on a second, this is giving me a hard time. It's like the pen's not working. Oh. Hang on. Is it connected? Okay, there we go. The Apple Pen wasn't connected. Super strange. Awesome, Jordan. I got it, and I'll put your name on the list in a moment. Okay. So here's the main thing. I'm going to be looking at Jupiter and Pisces. If you get a transit reading, I'm going to be looking at Jupiter and Pisces because that's a big theme. And then the new moon in Capricorn. We can look at that as well. So what I notice here, and Sparky, you wanted to know about relationship stuff. There's a lot of relationship things going on right now because Venus is retrograde. So this is the retrograde of Venus. It's a huge theme. She's passing over Pluto. There's other planets as well in Capricorn. This is Capricorn season. So the sun is in Capricorn. This is why we're going to have a new moon in Capricorn. But all this theme of Capricorn is what is affecting relationships right now. So where is Venus in your chart? You were actually born with Venus in Capricorn. So this is a significant, it affects your relationships in regards to how much you want to expand and how much you want to grow. Because the Venus retrograde in Capricorn is saying, for all of us, but for you specifically, Sparky, is where do you want to, how do you want to move forward from here in terms of relationships? What new things do you want to create within your relationships? And so when we focus on, a Venus retrograde, we notice that those are big questions to ask ourselves. It's almost like Venus is making us do this process of reflection. Venus is forcing us to pay attention because that is where the shift is happening. So for everyone, relationships are a big deal. But Sparky, this is in your 9th house, which is the house of expansion, the house of spirituality. It's the house of moving beyond your comfort zone as well. And this is asking you to take ownership of how you want to expand and how you want to grow within relationships. Now, what tends to happen with Venus in Capricorn retrograde is that we tend to let go of relationships because especially ones that no longer serve us, especially ones that kind of damage us or hurt us, it's a big deal. And so know that as long as you're willing to make a commitment, because Capricorn is about commitment, as long as you're willing to make a new commitment, to let go of the past and move forward into the new, those are the kind of relationships that last through these retrogrades. And what doesn't last is what's not serving you. The relationships that don't last are the ones that just they're not going to resolve anything. They might even make things worse. They're not going to help you step into your sovereignty. They're not going to help you grow and evolve. They're not going to help you make decisions. Like, they're not going anywhere. And so this is why when Venus goes retrograde, there are a lot of breakups, unfortunately, because we're asked to reflect on how, you know, how the relationship is, and then make a decision. So that's how in the relationship world, this is affecting you. When I look at Jupiter in Pisces for you, it's happening in your 11th house, and you also have Pisces intercepted in the 11th house, which means that in terms of friendships, acquaintances, you sharing your gifts with the world, these are big, big themes for you in 2022. Like, the whole year is going to have this very powerful flavor, you could say, of spirituality, spiritual awakenings, looking forward, being idealistic, but also some people will get lost in the illusion, will get lost. They'll create nightmares instead of miracles. And you want to stay focused on how do you want to create miracles in your life. You're going to probably meet a lot of new people. And the new people that you meet, friends, are going to be new spiritual relationships that align with where you're at in that space of spirituality in general. So that's significant. And then the new moon in Capricorn is also going to happen in your 9th house of expansion, which means that you can set intentions for how you want to expand, how you want to grow within your relationships from here into 2022. So that is the most significant things that are going on right now that you're going to feel very intensely sparky. So thank you for getting a reading. I appreciate it. And I hope that gives you a little bit of information and clarity and how to get ready for what's coming. All right. So next we have Courtney. So go ahead and put your question up, Courtney, and I'm going to update the list. So now we've got Jordan on the list. So it's Courtney, Valerie, Belinda, and then Jordan. And there's room for 5 more if you want a reading. So let's see what Courtney wants to know and whether she wants an astrology or a tarot reading. And when it's your turn, you may want to have your question ready to copy and paste it into the chat. And also, if you're getting an astrology reading, your birth information. So date of birth, time of birth, and location is what I need to be able to use the program, the astrology program. It depends too on the time. If you want a progress chart reading, you definitely need the time. But for the other ones, I can kind of maneuver without having the time. But yeah, so isn't it crazy how it's already almost the end of the year? Like, I honestly can't even believe that it's December 30th. I really can't. It's wild to me. It's like, what is going on? But I'm excited about 2022. I feel like it's a powerful moment to dive even deeper than how we have been, diving into our lives in 2021. And of course, there's a theme. There's been a powerful theme going on that's continuing into 2022 for the collective, but this will bring it in more deeply. All right, here we go. January 2nd. 82. And Quincy. Okay, let's see. It's all good. Okay, so she wants a transit reading, so we're going to do the same thing we did with Sparky. And then we're going to go to it so we can look at it together and see what we got for Courtney. All right. Big theme for a potential for change in static energy for coming year. Okay. Let's see what the big themes are for you. So in terms of relationships, we're looking at your 6th house. So Venus retrograde right there. Okay, so it's going over your south node. That's really significant because the south node is about karma and is about the lessons that you're here to learn. And a Venus retrograde will be about, it will affect your relationships. So there's a big theme here about the relationships in your life that help you stay present. I think that's the question that's coming through. Which relationships are helping you to focus on the here and the now? And then if there's some relationships that are taking you away from being in the present moment, those are the relationships that you're going to feel you're going to release. Now, because this is Venus, who is the planet of relationship and love and beauty, and you've got your south node there. The south node says this is also, it's your comfort zone, but what you actually need is to let go and move outside of your comfort zone. So Venus here is kind of saying there's certain types of relationships in your life right now that they're keeping you stagnant in a way. So Venus is going, let's revisit this area of your life and let's give it an opportunity to flourish, to become something new, to hit that reset button and say, what do I really want in relationships? What do I really want for myself as well? What do I need to move away from? What do I need to let go of? Within, the reason I'm saying relationships that are here in the moment is because this is the 6th house of being in the present moment, being right here, right now, and allowing yourself to enjoy that. What you truly desire is sovereignty. This is Venus and Capricorn. In this moment, what we all truly desire is sovereignty. So we need to make sure that we're in the relationships that are helping us to step into our sovereignty. And sometimes, unfortunately, in order to get to learn a lesson, for example, if you want to learn how to be sovereign, if this is a big deal, right? Then you need someone to teach you how to step into your sovereignty, which means that there's going to be someone that makes you feel codependent. There's someone that makes you feel attached. There's someone that makes you feel the opposite of sovereign so that you can free yourself, because becoming sovereign is about, it's a freedom thing. You free yourself. And that's how the South Node works. It brings you things in life, the contracts. These are the contracts, the soul contracts. It brings you things in life that teach you how to walk away from that so that you can learn what you really came here to learn. So it's a big deal. And you also have the new moon happening exactly on your sun at 12 degrees. That's where the Capricorn New Moon is happening. So it is also in your 6th house. So this new moon is about, now you get to set an intention. What do I want to manifest? What are the goals? So for you, this is going to be a powerful moment to set new intentions for the year. And it's about you and your soul and who you are inside, and letting that inner light start to shine out even further. And when we look at Jupiter, your Jupiter is currently in the 7th house, but it's very, very close to being in the 8th. So most of the Jupiter transit for you is going to happen in your 8th house. Death, change, and transformation. A spiritual death, change, and transformation. And when Jupiter conjuncts Neptune later in the year, this is like a blast of understanding. This is where you get to create miracles in your life this year, is through transforming, through changing, through letting yourself move from being the caterpillar to the butterfly. So it can be intense, but at the same time, it's like you're learning how to fly again. you're freeing yourself, letting go of old karmic stories and stepping into a new way of being in the world. And you will learn that very strongly this year as Jupiter continues to transit through this sign of Pisces. So there we go. So that was for you, Courtney. Next we have Valerie, and then Belinda, and then Jordan. And let me look at the chat and see. I know somebody was asking a question. Jordan says, can you do a mini starseed reading based on the chart? I can tell you if there's some major stuff, but usually I don't, because those readings really are like a portal. And when you sign up for a starseed reading, there's so much that comes through that it's impossible to condense it into one little mini reading. So I can just give you like a few, what I see depending on your chart, if I see something that jumps out at me. But mostly we focus on like transit readings and progress chart readings here. Abby says, yes. So to get on the list, you can send $25 to my PayPal, and then I'll add your name to the list that I've got going right here. Good. I'm glad that you enjoyed that, Courtney. And then Shannon, Stories from the Lion's Mane, is posting the link to send the $25 to in the chat. Okay. So Valerie, here we go. While I was in Michigan, I picked up my 87-year-old mother for a family event and realized she was having a stroke. Whoa. And took her to the ER. She was already in rehab when I left the home, but oh my God, Valerie, that's intense. That's intense. Yeah. Whoa. This morning, oh, Valerie. Damn. This morning she went into cardiac arrest. Again, she survived it and is aware and alert. Whoa. I have to say, as you continue to post your question, and that there is so much going on right now in the world. Like, there is so much going on. And one of the craziest things that I have learned just literally in these last 3 months is how the divine is not going to make any logical sense. The divine is not going to make any logical sense. So we can't make sense of the things that are going on. What I have learned from myself is that everything that happens because, for one, it's supposed to happen, right? And I know you guys know that. And I know that despite all of the spiritual words that anyone can say to you, it doesn't take away the intensity, the emotion, the human experience of whatever it is you're going through. But it is the way that we can help in these situations where we feel helpless is to surrender to the experience and just let yourself have the experience. And the biggest lesson of it all is like immense trust. Is in learning how to immensely trust in everything that's happening in your life. She must need to be here for something. Can Spirit give her some guidance on that? So do you want me to do a reading for her, or did you want me to do this reading for you so that you can maybe receive that message and give it to her? But I will pull some cards for this one because I feel like definitely the cards will help. So let me say a little prayer and then we'll get right into it. So thank you, spirit guides, angels, and teachers, for being here with us this evening. Please clear the energy of the cards that I'm going to be using. as well as my energy, so I can be that open channel for grace, for wisdom, for the intuition and the messages to flow through. For everyone that gets a reading tonight, tarot, oracle, or astrology reading, and especially in this specific moment for Valerie and her mother, who is going through some major health issues and probably some really powerful, deep awakenings based off of what she's experiencing. So we would like some guidance. Excuse me. We would like some guidance on this situation. Woo! All right. So let's see. We're gonna do the 5-card pull. I'm gonna do an intuition card, a challenge card, an overall theme, wisdom from the ancestors, and then animal spirit, and we'll see what we get. Hello, Mama Ocean. Welcome in. That's really sweet, Belinda. So you say there must be something that she's here to experience because she's not ready to leave. So what guidance can we get about this situation? Hello, Nelvin. Welcome in. Thank you. I know that I needed to be there, and it has made a difference in family dynamics and brought us all together. Wow. Yeah. Those are the kind of things that I keep seeing in the collective. It's like people are coming together. They're starting to wake up from the slumber, from the illusion, I guess we could say. All right, so let's see what we have here. So the first card that we get is the intuition card, and it is the 7 of Pentacles. So I think that right now what's going on is, I feel like the person sitting here with the shovel in front of the tree that has like the pentacles, or it almost looks like the coins or the gold in them, is sitting here reflecting on everything that they have built, everything that they have created, everything that they have worked so hard to manifest, the fruits of their labor, the fruits of the tree. And I think that's the big picture that's going on here with her, is that she has an opportunity to truly reflect. I think she's doing a lot of reflecting on her life right now. It's a moment. I feel it. I feel that there's a pause. I feel that there's eyes open, and I feel that meditative energy, like a meditative space. That's where I feel that she's at right now, in this pondering, like time feels like it stopped for a moment and you have no choice but to reflect on everything on your life, especially, in her situation. But there's a peace. Like, I also feel like there's a peace. There has to be, these, when we move close to death, I feel like, and this is like, I've read, a lot of books on people that have crossed over and then come back and all that stuff. And I think that those experiences, what they cause or what they create, is a deep, profound silence, so that you can take all the time that you need to stop and look at everything. I think that's really what's going on here. What she's going through right now is literally this. She's going through the profound silence that comes after something really intense like that happens in life. The challenge is the 3 of Pentacles. And so the Three of Pentacles is really about teamwork. It's about working together, working together with others to create things, to manifest things, for whatever reason, whatever is needed, there's teamwork needed. But somehow maybe this is your family, like having to come together and like, in those moments, it also brings people closer together. And that's another reason why these are so powerful, such powerful events, because when like I said, that profound silence that only death brings, or being close to death, or like having that moment where it's almost like you're in and out of that reality. It really brings people together. And I see that this is a challenge for your family, but at the same time, it's happening. Like, this is what it's creating, is bringing people together so they can work together. She finally met in person a son she had to give up for adoption 2 days before. Oh, wow. Oh, I was thinking she may have been ready. Oh my God. Yeah. Wow. So somehow people are coming together because of this situation. She's in a deep state of reflection, and it's bringing everybody together. Now, the next card we get is the Judgment. This is the Judgment card, right? Let me just make sure these cards don't have the names on them. Yeah, the Judgment card. Holy moly. This is intense. This is intense. So again, it's like everybody's thinking it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like everybody's like thinking it, but no one wants to really like, that's kind of how it feels. I know I don't really have to describe it, but the Judgment card is renewal. It's action too. It's a transition. It's honestly a transition. So you're right. Like, she's here for a reason. And I feel like the reason is there's a powerful shift happening, and it involves your family, because in this picture, there's a family, right? It's like the mother, the father, and the son or daughter. Oh, it's a son. But there's the connection between, it's like the family and they're naked, there's an openness, there's a vulnerability. And this is the card that's in the overall theme, is everyone feels like that nakedness. Everyone feels that vulnerability right now, but there's a deep, powerful presence that comes with this vulnerability. And then the wisdom from the ancestors is the 10 of Wands. So don't throw it all on your shoulders. And that goes back to the Three of Pentacles. It's like, if you try to do everything yourself, you're going to feel burdened. So let go, like drop the weight, right? Like my song, drop the weight, feel the release. And don't carry it all yourself. And that goes for everyone. Like the lesson is, don't carry it all yourself. And the animal spirit that comes through for this reading is the turtle. And the turtle is our ancestors. It's the lineage. It's the protectors. It's the guides, the spirit guides, the angels, the teachers that are here to hold space for the entire thing, right? To hold space for all of it. And this is why this is beautiful, because it's connecting everyone to something bigger than themselves. It's forcing you to look at something that's bigger than yourself. And this goes for everybody. This goes for your mom. This goes for you. This goes for everyone that's experiencing what is going on right now. And that's what the turtle is. It's like, remember that it's like, I feel like it's a group energy. It's a family energy. It's really powerful, like what's coming through. It's really, really powerful. And I want to pull a card from the Ounce Project. Is what does your mom need a little bit more of right now? Or your family, or you, whatever this kind of resonates with. What is needed right now in this moment? Oh, wow. An ounce of integration. I love it. an ounce of integration. Powerful, powerful. Thank you, Valerie. And I send you my blessings, and I send you love for you and your family, and understanding, and definitely that card integration for however this unfolds for you and your family. And thank you for getting this reading. And next we have Belinda, and then Jordan. And I don't think anyone else has gotten on the list, but I will double check. Nope. You're welcome. You're welcome. Happy to be of service. Okay, so we're going back to astrology. Let's share the screen. A transit reading and focus for 2022. Okay, got it. All right, let's get all the dates in there. Okay, so let me make sure I got this correct. All right. Okay, here we go. You guys should be able to see the chart. So let's see what's going on for you, Belinda. So, where's Venus right now? Okay. Oh, look at this. This is interesting. So I don't know if you were watching or not when I was doing Courtney's reading, but you also are a South Node Capricorn, and you also have Venus on your South Node. And it is, obviously we've been talking about this. It is retrograde. And the new moon is going to be happening in your first house. Like there's a lot of first house energy for you because you are a Capricorn rising, which means all of this is going to be in your first house. So Venus going over your South Node, in this case, it's your relationship to yourself. But it is also relationships that what you're reflecting on in your own life is the relationships that align with your true self, like with who you truly are. That new moon in Capricorn that's going to be happening right here in the first house is a new beginning for you. This is an opportunity for you to redefine yourself, right? South Node twins. Hello, Melanie. It's an opportunity for you to redefine yourself. This Venus retrograde is, what do you desire most for yourself? What do you want for yourself? What do you need for yourself? These are the questions that are coming up. How do you want others to see you? Because the first house and the rising sign is how people see you. They see you as a very organized person. They see you as a very sort of, structured, composed. They see you as a wise person as well. They see you as a guiding figure, like there's a maturity that comes out of you. That Capricorn rising brings that out of you, and people see that. Whether you see it in yourself or not, this is how people see you. They look up to you, right? And so, but you get an opportunity here to redefine yourself. If you want to change anything, this is what this new moon is going to be about. Is who do you want to become? Would be a beautiful question to ask yourself. Who do you want to become this year as we enter into 2022? And then you've got that Pisces transit starting in your second house and then finishing in the third towards not the end of, but yeah, somewhere like closer to the end ish of next year. But so you've got Jupiter, which expands everything, and you've also have Neptune in your second house, and these two will conjunct, I believe, in April, the first or second week of April. And that March and April are going to be really powerful months this year, you guys. Like, definitely take note of that. They're going to be magical. They're going to be powerful. They're going to be opportunities for us to, like, the veil will be so thin. So there's going to be at the same time divine order and earthly chaos. Because you can make sure every time that you see chaos in the earth, that means that even though it doesn't make sense to us, it makes sense to the divine. There's divine order being expressed on earth. That is what shows us that things are, some divine kind of change or shift is occurring. It's because there's chaos on earth. Now, if there was too much order, if that would mean that we were resisting the divine, and we were resisting that. So that's what we're seeing in the collective. For you, you have to choose where do you want to create miracles in your life in 2022. And the way that you want to create miracles is you want to know who you are, but you also want to know what you're here to manifest, what you're here to create. The second house is the house of values, self-worth, money. So this could be a good year for you in terms of money, like bringing money in or creating more material wealth. Maybe it doesn't have to do with money, but somehow like wealth is coming to you, because Jupiter transiting the second house can be that good luck charm that brings the abundance in. And the abundance, like I said, doesn't necessarily have to do anything with money, but it definitely has something to do with your self-worth and abundance in your life. And you've also got Chiron right there, which means that this is going to be a year of the most intense healing for you in terms of this Chiron. Chiron is the original wound, the primal wound that we are born with, that we're here to heal and release. So you're going to feel Chiron in Pisces is about the relationship with you and God, your relationship with your higher self, your relationship with the divine, with divinity. You're healing. If you've ever felt in your life that Chiron, that you've lost that connection, then Chiron in Pisces is saying, let's find that again. And you're going to find that very strongly. So, but obviously remember that like healing comes in ways that oftentimes can feel chaotic in our lives, and what we experience, we don't understand. It's not logical. It doesn't make sense to us here on earth, but it makes sense to our higher self, and it makes sense to, the divine, because it is divine structure, divine order that is being expressed here, which to us is like chaos. So it's going to be a year of deep healing for you. It's going to be a year of a lot of strength in your intuition, maybe stronger intuitive powers, psychic powers, your ability to understand from a way higher perspective. Also dreams can come true for us this year, but nightmares too. So it's where you put your energy, where you put your focus, that you will manifest that. I want everybody to watch the movie The Sphere, because that is literally what 2022 is going to be like. You're going to have people manifesting their wildest dreams, and then you're going to have people manifesting their scariest nightmares. And it all depends on what channel and what frequency you align yourself with. So there you go, Belinda. And next we have Jordan. And let's see. So what I can do, let's pull up your chart. Let me go back over here. Jordan, I just saw your question. So first I'm going to pull up your chart. And then I'm going to tell you what I recommend, what kind of reading we need to do for you. Have you ever had a progress chart reading? Thank you. The connection is materializing. We are all the divine. Deep healing for sure. Huge yes. A spiritual initiation for sure. Okay, let me make sure I got this right. 11/9/98, 6:30 p.m. Okay. Okay. Here we go. We're going to look at your progress chart. Is on, I don't know, Melanie. It could be Netflix. It could be Prime. I don't know. You'll have to find it. The Sphere. I'm going to watch that movie with my husband tonight. We have to watch it. I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited. Movie night. I just got really excited. Can you tell? Okay. So here we go, Jordan. Let me 1998. I'm not good with numbers, so I literally... Okay, so you're 23? Is that right? 2021. Okay. 23. All right. So, there's something really powerful happening in your progress chart. So I'm going to tell you this. It's on Gaia TV? The movie, The Sphere? Huh. Wow. I mean, it's a really, like, it's cool. It's cool when you look at it from the perspective of like what's going on right now and manifesting and how you manifest either your wildest dreams or your worst nightmares. Okay. Let me do this. Don't mind my, crazy. I just need to look through and take a look at. All right. 2008. How old were you in 2008? 10? Please don't make fun of me. Okay. I know this is all going to make sense in a moment. So when you were 10 years old, let's start there. When you were 10 years old, there was something really powerful that happened in your life. There was a new beginning. There might have been a death in the family, or maybe you yourself experienced a near-death experience. It was a deep healing. There was deep healing that went down. It affected you at a very deep level. Your sense of self, your desires. This is something that began, and it's been going on for 14 years or so, right? 14 years or so. And when you look back at, what was going on in 2008, you were 10. So what can you remember that happened that year that was very significant? That started the ball rolling on something in your life that is now getting ready to reach completion, because you are getting ready. When I reset this, your progressed moon is now in Gemini, and you are about to enter into the full moon phase. So whatever started, it's okay if you don't remember, it's no big deal. What started back then is now coming to a culmination literally this year. If I move forward 10 degrees of Gemini, it's happening at 11 degrees. Let me go back. So you're going to have a progressed full moon in your chart. 17. July of 2022. So what does that mean? It means that right now everything is building up to some kind of a climax. Do you feel in your life that there's something big about to happen, that maybe there's some big realization? You know, this is a full moon that's happening in Gemini, so it's about understanding this through your mind, understanding this through your ability to logically, but also the curiosity to dive deep into more knowledge, to understand at a deeper level. And it's happening in your 12th house, which is the house of spirituality. So it is going to bring up some kind of experience that opens you up and cracks you open and makes you say, whoa, who am I? Interesting. Who am I? What am I doing here? These are the questions that start to come up. A full moon phase is, you know, there's really not much that you can really do, because at this point the ball has been rolling and it's kind of on autopilot. So whatever began 14 years ago, this year will reach its climax point, and you'll either understand yourself or you won't. But the best advice that I could give you is to flow with whatever comes up for you, especially if it starts to feel like something powerful, like an inner fire that kind of is igniting in you, that has to do with your relationship with your higher self, your spirituality. These are the themes, right? 12th house, full moon. I mean, it's going to magnify that theme for you in your life. You feel big changes. Good. So that's the theme for you for 2022. Now, when we look at some of the other transits, you actually were born, holy moly, with Jupiter in Pisces. So this means also that this year, 2022, is your Jupiter return. And the Jupiter return is in your 10th house of career and life path. It's also intercepted in the 10th house, which means that it's a big, powerful theme for you. So Jupiter is going to go direct, and then he's going to go retrograde, and then you'll have this Jupiter return. And when the Jupiter return happens, it's a year of abundance, because Jupiter brings in good luck and optimism and all these things. It's a spiritual expansion for you. You're going to understand yourself at a deep spiritual level that it's like you're going to level up in a way with your awareness. It's a consciousness shift and a consciousness expansion for you. And it is about, what are you here to do for the world? What did you come here to share with the world? How did you come here to show up for the world? And it's going to be, whether you like it or not, a spiritual awakening, where you will realize, wow, you're going to feel good. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel exciting. It's going to feel like maybe things will start falling into place for you in a way that they haven't before. And this, Venus in Capricorn, that is happening right now, is happening in your 8th house of death, change, and transformation. So your relationships you're also going through some kind of a metamorphosis in your relationships, and you're maturing a bit, and you're asking yourself, do these relationships that I have, do they serve me? Do they align with who I want to become and who I want to be in this life? And it's big, because you yourself are realizing that in order to move forward, there's a lot that we have to release, and there's a lot that we have to let go of. And that's what's so your relation, you may be letting go of people in your life. You may be like, okay, I don't want to be friends with that person anymore. I want to do something different. I want to meet new people. I have a different intention for myself and my life. And it's all coming together in 2022. I've been growing a lot spiritually this past year. Awesome. I'm glad that it makes sense and it resonates, because it's all really coming together in this powerful culmination. So you just wait. By the time July comes, like this whole year is going to feel like something big is coming, like just around the corner, just around the river bend. Kind of like that, literally, because Pisces is like water. So it's like you're on the boat and you're like just around the river bend, bend. Like, I wonder what's around the river bend, and that's from like, obviously from the movie Pocahontas. But that's the feeling. They're like, what's around the corner? It's going to feel that way. So if you allow yourself, right, to be in that creative space, and that expansive space, then you'll notice that you align with exactly how it's supposed to be, and it's going to be that way for a reason. So there you go. Thank you for getting this reading, Jordan, and I hope that gave you some insight. And let's see. I'm going to check the PayPal again because I don't know who's next on the list, but I know a couple of people got on it. All right, so we got Nelvin next. So go ahead and put up your question, Nelvin. And then after that, we've got Dawn. Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Yeah, I get that. I've been there. So good luck and enjoy, because I think it's going to be a fun thing for you. All right, Nelvin wants a transit reading. I know these are fun tonight, right? To look at these big themes. All right, here we go. We have all right. You're welcome. So, any highlights on my career? Okay. So, July 24th, 83, 6 a.m. Okay. Let's look at the transits. Okay. Ooh, there's going to be a lot going on for you in career. This is actually really exciting. Okay, so career, we look at the 10th house. You've got Taurus at the cusp. Uranus is there. He's been there for a while. What's going to come next is the North Node is going to enter Taurus on January 18th. And so right now there's some deep healing going on in terms of career, like realizations. You're having a lot of realizations about what's coming up. What am I doing here? Is this what I want to do? What's going to happen is you are going to have this experience where the North Node, and it's already entered your 10th house, but now that it's going to be in Taurus, which is where your midheaven is, it's going to feel even more powerful. The North Node says you need to focus on this. You need to, oh, nice, Jordan. I love that. I usually sing the song, but I was like, I don't know. Just around the river bend. Songs come to me too. So I saw her in the boat and she's like, she's going for it. It's that one scene, where she's like, but okay, so this North Node is entering Taurus, and this is about destiny, and it's going to be in your 10th house of career. So the universe is going to say, whatever you do for career, life path, however you want to define it for yourself in this world, however you show up for the world, right now, this is the moment to focus on that. All of 2022, 18 months total, right? So it's a pretty long transit. But that's what you're going to be concentrating your energy on. And you're going to realize that as the transit of the North Node in Taurus progresses through your 10th house, when it gets closer to the end of the transit, or at least the last few months of it, it's going to hit Uranus. And so don't be surprised if if your career is like it's shaken up and something really intense changes about your career. That's what I see. It's unpredictable energy, but it's saying it's going to happen here. It's already happening. I feel like because Uranus is in your 10th house, career for you for the last, I mean, this is like a few years, like has felt like something is about to change. Something is about to shift. I want to do something different. I want to, I don't want to do the same thing over and over. I want to be more unique. I want to be more individual. Like something about you expressing your individuality and being a little bit of a rebel in this realm of career and life path is you've been feeling that already. But once that North Node hits Uranus and basically goes through your whole 10th house, you're going to feel that even stronger. Like you may want something to change or something will change. And then you'll have to deal with it when it shows up. The Jupiter transit for you starts in your 7th house, but eventually enters your 8th and conjuncts Neptune in your 8th. So this is also at a spiritual level. It is a new awareness. It is being able to see things from a different perspective and understanding. Yes, Jupiter is going to magnify this theme of change and transformation in your life for 2022. You're going to feel that. It's both going to be a higher awareness and at the same time, a deep unfolding where you will eventually feel renewed. But during 8th house transits can feel very intense. They can feel dark sometimes even because you can only find the light through the darkness. And that's unfortunately or fortunately how many of us learn in this life is by going through the darkness do we awaken. And that's a theme for you this year. But I feel like it's a beautiful thing because it's how you approach that shift and that change that determines how the outcome. And then you are also having, like Courtney, a 6th house transit of Venus, who is on your moon too, has been on your moon. And so for you, this is about asking yourself, what is keeping me from being present in my life? I have to get rid of those things because I want to be more sovereign. I want to be more present. I want to be here. And if there's anything that doesn't align with that, then I'm not interested anymore. Yes, like I'm not interested anymore. And that's what it is. It's like you grow up, You're not interested in it anymore. It doesn't affect you as much. That's Venus retrograde in Capricorn. That's why we step into sovereignty, because we realize, well, I no longer need that and I'm good. So you will find new things and it'll think of it as more of like I said, a consciousness shift for you that will guide you intuitively into what's the next phase of your life. All right. So there you go, Nelvin. And next we have Dawn. And I think that's it, but I'll double check. And I think we're gonna finish it off with Dawn. Like this is gonna be the last reading. And then hopefully you guys are in the Starseed membership, and I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern for the Akashic Healing Chamber New Year's Eve live event. But you can only attend if you're part of the membership, which is a $22 a month commitment. It's totally worth it, you guys. It's going to be amazing. I literally can't wait to have this experience with you guys tomorrow. You're welcome. All right. Curious about current transit effects. Retrograde Venus, Pisces, Jupiter, Moon, and Capricorn, etc. What are we supposed to be learning here in this situationship? All right, let us $12, $10, $11.56. All right, there's one. And the second chart. Okay. So let me just make sure I got it right. 1:15:63. Okay. Actually, let me do this. Oops. Okay. So I've got your chart in the middle, and we've got your friend's chart on the outer circle. So the reading that I'm going to do is based off of your perspective, because he's going to have a different perspective based off of his chart. So this is how you're going to experience and where you're going to experience sort of like the big shifts that are happening in 2022. So starting with the Venus retrograde. So in your 11th house is where we find your South Node and no, not his South Node and his Sun. Sorry, I got confused there. So Venus right now is basically on his Sun, and his Sun is in your 11th house, and the Venus retrograde is in your 11th house. So for you, this is interesting because this means that in essence, he himself is going through a very powerful shift. He's going through a very powerful change. Let me see, what's his rising? So he's a Virgo rising. So he's going through a deep, change in himself. He's realizing things about himself that are just a little bit, it's a lot. It's a lot because Venus is on his South Node and it's also on his Sun. I think it's a him, but I don't know why I started saying him. But basically it's a lot. And he needs to find himself through this. This is a deep, powerful shift for him. Now, for you, this retrograde is happening in your 11th house. So, and his Sun is in your 11th, which means that a friendship is actually, it's a very, it's very likely that this friendship will strengthen through this, or it'll separate. It'll fall, it'll grow apart, because you are realizing, in terms of friendships, who are the friends that I want to have in my life and who are the friends that are not really serving me. And then he's going, who am I and who do I want to become? And so it's sort of like this play that's going on, it's like a dynamic that's going on where he's going through intense shifts within himself. And so you may feel like you're on the outskirts of that, or you may feel like maybe this person allows you in to help kind of guide them in some kind of way. But that's where the relationship is. The relationship itself is going through some big changes because he's going through big changes, and you're like learning what do you really want in terms of friendships in your life. So if they match, good. If not, then it'll grow apart. The Jupiter, so he actually has Jupiter in Pisces. You have your moon in Pisces and your Chiron, and he also has Chiron in Pisces. So you both have this same similar healing journey to understand your own divinity, to understand your relationship with God. Him having his Jupiter in Pisces means that he's going through his Jupiter return this year. So at the same time that he's starting the year off with this powerful realization about himself and a shift within himself. He's also going to be entering a year that is going to be very awakening for him. It's going to be a spiritual awakening for him. It's going to be a spiritual activation for him, for you as well. It can be emotional too, but this is it's a good year for him because Pisces for Jupiter return brings in good luck and optimism with a flavor of spirituality, meaning that there's going to be some realization that he has, that you have, that maybe you have together, but it's like 100%. You're a Pisces rising. And so this is about, you're going to be experiencing this in your first house and your 12th house. So for you, it's about understanding yourself and beyond that, going deeper. Who am I in this world? What am I here to do? So like a beautiful spiritual connection might grow between the two of you because of this kind of connection. Jupiter conjunct the moon. His Jupiter conjunct your moon. Already you guys have that spiritual connection. So you may be helping each other through this very powerful transition of Jupiter. And the last thing that we were looking at, so the new moon in Capricorn, for you, it's going to be happening in your 11th house. So for you, it's about setting intentions of how can you step into more sovereignty within your friendships? And the North Node, let's look at one more in Taurus. So North Node for you is going to be in your second house, second and third houses, but most of it in the second house. So let's just focus on this. So North Node is going to be on your Jupiter. So that's also a good luck thing. But also expect a lot of changes in your physical environment. In your environment that you feel comfortable with. Expect changes too, or expect you to desire to focus on your environment and making yourself feel secure. That's really what you need or what you're going to feel drawn to. Away from so much drama and all that stuff of life, and more towards finding stability and making yourself feel good with your environment. That's a big theme for you. And also there'll be changes. There'll be changes in your environment, meaning in what you surround yourself with, in how you basically structure your home, things like that. That will shift. It will shift because Uranus is right there too. And Uranus is creating deep change and sometimes unpredictable change. So that's how I see this unfolding. But I actually feel like a positive thing coming from it that you guys will both experience that'll help you find like a deeper meaning of the relationship itself. Renovating, you've been renovating? Yes. I love that. That's awesome. So I think that's it, you guys. Yeah, I think that's everybody. So I want to thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I will see you tomorrow if you're in the Starseed membership. And if you're not, make sure you join tonight. And you'll get the emails with the Zoom link and the passcode and all that good stuff. And you want to be ready for a powerful experience into the Akashic Records tomorrow through sound healing and energy work. So thank you everyone that got on the list and that got a reading tonight. And if I don't see you tomorrow, because I'm not going to be going live tomorrow, then have a happy new year. And I will be back Saturday night because we got a new moon coming up, and I'm going to be doing the astrology of the new moon on Saturday night and the actual new moon ceremony on Sunday night. So love you guys, and I will see you all very soon. Satnam.